Hello, I'm Darren. We have breaking news. More than 600,000 Americans have kidney failure. While the number of people with kidney failure is enormous, the number of people with its precursor, chronic kidney disease, is staggering. An estimated 31 million Americans, or about 10% of the US population. Diabetes and hypertension cause 2/3 of all cases of kidney disease. 1 out of every 3 Americans is at risk for kidney disease, and kidney disease is now among the top 10 causes of death in the United States. In addition, 9 out of 10 people with early to moderate kidney disease don't know they have it, putting their health in jeopardy. Are you at risk? For more information, contact urbankidneyalliance.org. The life you save may be yours.
What's going on? Welcome to a special broadcast of World Kidney News. I'm your host, Steve Belcher. Again, welcome to a special election night show. How about that? We don't have any candidates on here, but we definitely got a great warrior on here. So share this broadcast, guys, because right now we only have two people on here. And that's a disgrace, because as many people that deal with this disease, there needs to be more people on this broadcast watching tonight. So I hope you voted. Whatever person you voted for, just know if you're dealing with kidney disease, whoever wins tomorrow, just know you still have one thing in common, that common denominator, and that's kidney disease. So if Biden wins, I wouldn't befriend somebody, or if Trump wins, I wouldn't befriend someone, because at the end of the day, neither of them guys are dealing with what you're dealing with. So share this broadcast. So tonight, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, have a diva kidney warrior who's been dealing with this for 8 years. So I want to hear a story. I've been trying to get with her for over a year, and it's finally come to pass. So again, share this broadcast. So without further ado, I'm definitely going to give her the special VIP intro. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Shay Woods. Hey, Shay, what's going on?
Hey, man, that was so cool.
Right. You deserve it.
Thank you. That was so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how are you tonight?
Doing? Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. It was a day. But
right.
It was a good day.
Right. So this is today. You normally rest on Tuesdays?
Yeah, because I go to dialysis Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So TTS is usually my only days off, and I just got that back. So I'm excited. Look, I finally
Right.
got
You
my
say you
break.
just got that back. What do you mean?
I had to go to therapy for my finger,
Oh,
and then
okay.
so that took
Okay.
up the rest
Oh,
days.
most of
I
that
just
day.
Yeah, so now I just been resting, and the last 2 weeks getting my body in movable shape because just
Hmm.
pushing and pushing and pushing. So now I'm
Wow.
resting and resting and resting.
Mhm. So Shay, I've been really interested in talking with you because I mean, throughout the year or two that I've seen you post on social media, um, you definitely have raised some great issues and points. And so, how does your journey begin with kidney disease?
I have a very unique journey. Um, I have a rare kidney disease that 1% of the world has, and then I'm 1% of that 1% in the category. So I have FSGS,
Okay,
fibromatosis something, and it only happens to Black people. It's an autoimmune disease, and it's three variations of it. And I unfortunately have the rarest variation of it, where my body just woke up and decided it no longer wanted kidneys, and that's what it did. That happened when I was about 15. So I started dialysis when I was 18. I got a kidney from my mom in California um, through experimental drugs because she's O positive and I'm a rare blood type O negative.
okay,
That got me a year and 3 months worth of a normal life, and then I've been on dialysis again ever since. So my entire adult life, I've been on dialysis except for 1 year and 3 months.
hmm. Now, did
Um,
the FSGS come back?
I actually caught a cold. It was winter time. I caught a cold. It woke up my antibodies, and they did everything they could. And because of my mom's blood type and my blood type being different, it wasn't gonna work.
Right. No, I
But
understand.
that
Wow.
year, that year was a great year. I got to work, I got to go to school. I was the stepmom for a little bit. I did it was a good year.
Right.
I
Right.
can't wait to get that kind of freedom back.
No,
It's
I can
really good.
understand. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do, but they're all very young and they're all by my dad. So any sibling I would have probably, since I don't have the same parents, it's a low chance of being O negative at any point. I
Hmm.
think I'm the second person in my family to actually be O negative.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really recessive around here.
Now, and I just want to give a shout out to Miss Gloria. I can always count on you, Miss Gloria, to be watching. So thank you for
Hey, Miss
watching.
Gloria.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been going to the facility where you're at now?
The new facility, I've been at 8 months. My old facility, I was there most of my time being back on dialysis because, of the fear of moving and the anxiety it causes. I felt like I had caring techs, so I didn't need to move. But then when you start having uncaring nurses and they keep rolling over, you have to get to a better place when your health isn't getting better. So right now I'm at a Fresenius clinic, and I might say they have their issues, but my health has been a lot better. Before I went to them, I was literally going to the ER every weekend, and they would call me the calcium lady because out here in Georgia, the doctors by themselves can open up their own facilities. They don't have to be attached to anyone. So I was at a private doctor's office, and they just wouldn't listen to me, wouldn't as I grew, they didn't grow with me because I met them when I was kids. So as
Right.
I grew, they still treated me like that child that didn't know what I was talking about. And that became an issue because I was ending up in the hospital every week. So I had to leave because their nurses just weren't up to par. Um,
Wow, I
yeah,
mean, you would think a private clinic that you would feel more comfortable there, because they're not part of that big corporate
they're
uh,
worse.
boogeyman. But yeah, I can understand
They
that
have less
these smaller ones can
rules.
get away with a lot of stuff.
They have less rules. Like they have because they're not in the big um corporation, they get less rules. So they get
Mm.
more mess ups, less rules. They hire the nurses that are on probation. You know, to them, nurses come and go. You know,
So
but
let me ask you something. That's very interesting that you said that. How I mean, as a patient at a dialysis clinic, how do you know information like that nurses are on probation? I mean, because
oh, Mr.
because
Steve, you could go look that up. You know that you a nurse. All you do is gotta go look up to the nurses' little bureau, and they give you that whole list.
right, but what I'm saying is, what would give you that insight to do that? And the reason why I ask, because a lot of people who go to outpatient dialysis wouldn't even think about doing anything like that. So what gave you that insight to look up and see who was in charge of your care? Because that's
Well,
very insightful to do that. And I applaud you.
thank you. Well, I like to say God gave me the gift of wisdom or intuition because, of course, when they first get there, they're the perfect nurse, right? So I guess for a month or two, it's like a new relationship. Oh, they're this great person, honeymoon stage. But then as they start feeling unappreciated or this job doesn't pay enough, they start doing little things to pick on certain patients. So before they even get to me, I already have the ammo I need. Like, do you really want everybody here to know you're on probation? For, one lady was on probation for stealing money from Medicare and stealing medicine, and they hired her. One lady
Wow.
fought, one lady fought a patient and fought some techs, and they hired her. And after like the third lady on probation, I was like, all right, I have to go because, they don't just pick on one patient. It goes from one patient to the next patient. And once they see that they're not being moved or nothing's happening to them, they stay content within that. So for me, I find out what's going on because you're not going to just treat me any kind of way. If I have to call the state, I'm going to let them know, and this is already a nurse on probation for this and that and this and that. Because it's not like they're on probation for little things. It's like you're on probation for a large thing. Like you shouldn't even be hired. Like I understand giving people second chances or new chances, but when you're acting a certain way and you're already like, you clearly don't feel any repercussions for what you've done because now you're here at a new place treating people the same way, using your authority to hurt patients, cutting their time, cutting their goals while they're sleeping,
Wow.
things
Wait
like
a minute. Hold
that.
on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because Angela said there was no sound. Um, it might be your sound, Angie. I'm not sure, but you just said a mouthful that people need to hear, and I'm glad that you came on the show to talk about some of this. Um, Now you said something that's really, really important and critical that people need to hear that go to outpatient dialysis. You mentioned that nurses cut your time and change your goal while you sleep. Is that something that you caught somebody red-handed doing, or
Several
uh,
times. Several times. To me and to other patients. Yes. Because
can you give us? Can you just describe one of those moments? Because a lot of people don't know that, like on holidays, somebody may be asleep or something, and the tech been there all day, and they want to get out there early. They may like go in there and pretend like they're doing something else, but be decreasing the time. I know
see,
all the tricks of the trade.
I have a situation where I have really bad anxiety. Even the catheter mentally is better for me mentally, but I know for your body it's not. But mentally, the catheter is better for me because I have a really high anxiety. Like I'll have panic attacks and flip out with needles in my arm, and it's nothing you can do. Either it's gonna puncture me or I'm gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take medicine, which puts me to sleep. And I had an issue with this nurse, and I don't know what her issue was with me. She was a major pain in my butt. She started cutting my, like, she would do it in my face, and then when I would go ham and be yelling and stuff, she'll put it back on the original. Then when I go to sleep, I'll wake up and I'll notice what time it is. Or I'll wake up, and she was a lazy nurse, and I'll wake up and she'll be at my machine, which is awkward. Or like when the doctor would come around, she would think I wouldn't make a scene, but I will. Um, she would change my goal while he was talking. And then when I'd be like, what did you just do to my machine? And I look at my machine and I'm going off, it's like, I can't believe she did that, right? But you're not just going to keep doing what you want with me. I don't care if I want to go in there and pull 7. If that's what I want, that's what you're going to try to do, because that's what I asked for. Like, at the end of the day, you don't get to come and change my, like, I was literally in the hospital all the time having to get fluids because my veins are small. So even though I'm on dialysis, I would have to get fluid for them to even start giving me any kind of medicines, treatments, anything. So the fluid is building up, and I'm running 4 hours and she won't let me pull but 2. That makes no sense. Or if I want to get off early because now you're trying to play with me, or she wanted me to get off early, she wants me to sign the paper. I'm not signing the paper when it's your fault. That's what I'm not going to do. Like, I don't like to bash all of them because it's been a few that are really great that I feel like they should have paid them the money to keep them there. All they wanted was $2 or $3 more. Even techs, all the good or like they overwork the good techs and keep the bad ones. And then when the good techs leave, it's like now we're stuck with all these bad techs no one trusts.
It's ironic because I just talked with Warrior Sherwood Woody Mitchell from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on Sunday. And he was talking about the same thing, shortages at his unit, technicians. He feels should get more money. The disgruntlement with technicians and how that disgruntlement plays off and affect patient care.
It does.
Have you seen that?
I've personally, that's why I said I had to leave. You would not believe what I saw at my non-big corporation clinic. And that's what's crazy. They are so much worse. And you would think they would be so much better. They would hire better people because even though they have less rules, the private clinics get paid more. So for them to be kind of disgruntled and bring their, like, I have a philosophy, right? I didn't pick kidney disease. That came on me. You understand? But unfortunately, in healthcare, you pick that job. So you don't get to come to work and be a jerk. Because you have something going. Like, I understand everybody is human, but you got to understand we don't get paid to sit there 4 hours at a day. That's our day gone. That's no work, no school. A lot of people don't work because now you're a liability. No one ever talks about that. When I was looking for a job, I literally got told, you are a great candidate, but dialysis makes you a liability. And they were like, you could have sued for, what do they call it?
Negligence?
No, they were saying I could have sued them for discrimination.
Yeah.
But why would I do that?
American Disability Act.
But why would I do that to somebody who's actually telling me, listen, I know you think you can do it, but this is a lot of work that you have to do here, and you have to be on your feet after you just got your blood cycled out of your body.
Right. It depends on the work. But let me ask you a question before you move on, because we have a good question from Jill. She wants to know what checks and balances, if any, are in place to prevent nurses from cutting time.
None.
I can answer that pretty much. There's really none, Jill. I mean, because, I mean, as a previous charge nurse, I mean, say for instance, I'm just going to use you as an example, Shay. Say if you came in, you're supposed to be at your dialysis clinic. I'm just throwing this out there. Say you're supposed to be there 7 a.m. and you get there 7:30 or 7:45. So the nurse is more than likely going to cut your time by 45 minutes.
Which I want to point out is unfair because a lot of us take transportation.
Exactly. I know that. If something's wrong on the transportation, then
they don't
you
care.
have no control. And they do that because of the next shift. But that's just how these companies work. And I try to bring this type of attention because you're right. You have all the right, if it's not your fault, right, to do your whole treatment. But if you have issues with your transportation where they're not picking you up or getting you there on time, man, you're supposed to be 4 hours and you're only getting maybe 3, or you 3 hours and you're only getting 2.5, and that's happening constantly. Like you said, you're going to build that fluid up and end up in the hospital.
And they don't, and then it's crazy because when you go to the hospitals, Mr. Steve, they if you don't have it in your lungs, no matter because they don't do everybody as an individual patient. That's what upsets me the most, because everybody holds things differently. Like how somebody might hold fluid in their chest, I might hold it in my legs, and it might only show when I'm laying down. So you taking an x-ray of me standing up isn't going to give you the fluid in my chest. And if they don't see that on the x-ray, they're sending you home. You dying. Right. You know, like you sleep. It's been plenty of nights I had to sleep like this just to make it to dialysis. Because the hospital won't take you unless you have certain qualifications. They're not treating you as an individual patient, you know, and that's mostly the issue. They don't want to individualize everything, when in fact, no matter if you have the same disease or not, which a lot of people there for hypertension and diabetes or whatever the case may be, their bodies don't react the same.
No,
and I
you're
think
right.
That's the issue as well. That's a really big issue within our community. And the issue of having to advocate for yourself is a big issue, because how do you find the time to go there, have rest, do the things you need to do to still be a active adult within the world, and then have to advocate only for yourself? And it's so many people in your same situation that who are you advocating to but other people that can't help you because they're there? That's the issue.
You make a good point. You make a good point.
Kidney disease doesn't get the recognition that it should, Mr. Steve. And I'm gonna go as far as to say that I would argue with the people that say it's worse than cancer. I've had cancer as well. And I feel like at least with cancer, you have support. You have really, when they give you, a lot of people don't know is when they give you your last day of chemo, that's either the day you're gonna make it or the day you're gonna die. So it's one or the other. But with dialysis, you constantly have that in the back of your head with every breath, with every sip of a drink, with every bite of food, with every, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when they give you that 7-year ratio, and we know a lot of people that's past that 7 years, but it's not a lot. When you look at the majority of us, it is a very rare thing that you go past the 7 years. I'm very blessed. But that's a real statistic that really happens, and I've seen it. People come and you just never see them again, and it's a real thing. Every day you go to sleep, you hope you can wake up to do the next dialysis, but then you dread going there because it's very hard.
Let me ask you this:
harder than people think.
Do you are you close with any patients at the facility? I know on
Oh, stop.
one of your posts you had talked about a lady that her and her husband came into the unit and she was kind of boisterous about the treatment.
She wasn't playing by him. Um, I stopped getting close to patients. Um, when you're the youngest person there and you see people die on the machine and they try to hide it with the stupid little curtains that never worked, or your friends who are 40, 50 years older than you just stop showing up and they become your friends because you're there all the time, it really hurts. um So between dialysis and people I know with just unfair fates that are my age, I've really tried to distance myself. Like, I say hi to people and I keep my little youthful smile and make them smile or whatever. But I've stopped getting close to people just because that pain is too great. Um Because even when it's somebody that you don't know, that you just used to seeing all the time, it hurts. So being close to them was even worse, especially when it's someone that's your great grandma's age, and you see her every day and you bring her snacks, and now she's not there to get the snacks. She's not
Uh,
there to give the hugs.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Me doing this over 30 years, I've been close to many patients across the United States. And I mean, I've seen at least more than 70 to 100 in that year of patients passing away that I experienced. Not just maybe at dialysis or whatever,
But
but
just
like you
period.
said, you come in, you worked at a place for maybe several years, and been with this patient several years, and everything seems the same, and then one day you leave, and then just like it's any other normal day, I see you on Wednesday, and then the next day, person didn't show up yet, and then you call their house and find out that they passed away. I can't tell you how many times I've been through that. In fact, when I used to go to counseling, the counselor used to ask me how did I deal with all that death, and kind of,
You
stuffed it inside,
you just
alcohol, and just other
you gotta
unhealthy
just keep
behavior at
going.
that time.
Yeah, you just do whatever you got to do to keep going. And that's the sad part, because if I died tomorrow, the world would do the same as I had to do. It's nothing you can do. And that's the thing. You can't prepare for that either. Whether it's somebody you're close with or somebody, it's like an everyday routine. If I drink coffee every day and then one day coffee becomes illegal and they move all kind of coffee, look how many angry caffeine people is gonna be out here. So
Right.
it's just like even the slightest thing you wouldn't think would move your life that much, and it does. And then you're sitting there like, once someone dies that's in the same predicament as you, it's like, I could be next. And that's the dread.
Mm.
Because when you
Right,
see
right,
it, like, and
right.
that's what I'm still working on as a kidney patient, to not incorporate someone else's death with my own.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really tears me apart, like inside. Like, I could, like, and my mom would tell you, like, I'll be in the house, like when I get in front of people, I can, but I'll be in the house depressed, like this could be me tomorrow. And it's like a reality, even though you think about it with everything you do, when it actually happens, it mentally drives you into a place you don't want to be, when you're trying to fight
Mm-hmm.
this type of battle. Because like I said, even for me, I feel like we should have the same amount of support cancer patients have, if not more.
Oh,
We have to
absolutely.
we have to do this longer. Like, we don't get any plastic surgery benefits. We just look messed up. You know, now you got little kids who don't know how to filter their mouth saying, "Ugh, what's wrong with you?" You know, like things like that affect younger people. I don't know if the older people have that issue, and I know it's not that many younger people on there, but it's so many situations.
Wait a minute. What'd you just say? It's not that many younger people where?
Well, that I've seen, like in
On
my centers,
dialysis?
yeah, like actually on the machine, not on their way, like on there. Like in every center I've been in, it's only been one center where a person was my age. Only
Right.
one.
Oh, but they're out there, Shay.
I
Trust me.
seen them on your post. I seen them. I was like, all these young looking people.
Yeah. Especially over in countries like Cameroon and Africa and Zambia. Some people don't even get an opportunity to do 3 days a week. They may
I
do 2
heard.
days every 2 weeks.
I heard they gotta pay out of pocket out there because they don't even have the health care we have, and ours
Yes.
isn't
Yeah.
even great. So I'm just grateful because I could be somewhere where my family couldn't afford anything and the government's not helping, and I would have been gone. Because the disease I have, they really only gave me 2 years, even on dialysis. I was supposed to
Really?
die. I was supposed to die at
What?
like 17, 18.
Is that what
And
the
I had,
doctor told you?
yeah, because they don't know anything about my
Right.
disease. Even right now, they are doing trials at the GMs, but they're not doing the trials for the one I have.
Let
So
me
it's
ask
like,
you. Well, we know that the only person who has that say so when we leave this planet is the man up, well, the person upstairs. I don't know if it's a lady entity or but I call it God, our Father. That's the only
amen.
person who knows when we're going to leave this earth. Um, Let me ask you: have you seeked outside of Atlanta for other experimental treatment like John Hopkins or other places that are doing leading research on FSGS?
Well, I have reached. Well, Atlanta doesn't have any. Let me say that I haven't been offered anything in Atlanta. I haven't seen anything in Atlanta. It's hard for me to get a lot of places, especially now that Corona is here, to get on different lists. Because when you have to go on those lists, you have to pay up front for your own hotels to get on the list. Now, once you make it on the list, that's a different story. But getting on different lists is not as easy as people try to make it seem. But I have been putting myself on the list for the trials in California, where I got my kidney at Stanford, to be in the mechanical kidney trials, the stem cell growing trials,
Okay.
basically anything that's gonna get me off of this machine. Um, the machine is basically a play. It's like a gift and a curse within my life, but mostly a curse because I have a lot of dreams and I have a lot of things that I think our God, our entity wants me to do. And I figure that since I've been in this situation twice, that my calling has something, I don't know what, to do with this.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, and
Absolutely.
I've definitely slacked on my part because of the discouragement that I get
Sure.
from the lack of support, should I say? Because I think if I had a friend that needed an organ, I would at least share their post. I wouldn't just ignore it or like it. I would share
Yeah,
it.
I know. I seen you post something up about that as
Because
well.
people use my following to their benefit, and I don't like that. I do have a nice following. It's
Yeah, I
not a
saw
large
that.
following, but it's a fairly good following.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue with the following is a lot of people have private pages. So when you share my post, other people can't see it or share it because now it's in that small circle. So for you people out there sharing your people's posts, please make sure that particular post doesn't have to be your whole page. You don't have to give up your information. Is able to be shared.
Now,
That's one thing. The thing is, for me, I don't think people owe me anything, but I also don't think a share costs anyone anything,
no,
especially
absolutely
when
not. It's free.
exactly, especially when people are trying to sell me their clothes and their items, and my following their clothes, music, and or items. See, what we're not going to do is use me, and I can never benefit off of you and your following. Now, I know that sounds pretty selfish. Hey, that sounds pretty selfish, but at the
But
end of
no,
the day,
but
I
Shay,
cannot.
if it's dealing with your life, right? If it's
Exactly.
dealing with death and life and death, and you have friends that you know off of social media that is on social media, and they're not. It's not like they're giving up an organ or any money. You're asking them to share that post because it could possibly reach somebody that could may help you out. No, I man, I
But
clearly
see,
understand that.
and then they tag me in all of this non-life or death things for them to get shares on their music or shares on their shirts, or I've had some people, it was beneficial. I've had people who want to sell shirts as and they'll make me my own design and they'll
Got you.
sell
I
it
see
on their
that. Stand
website.
up. Let us see that.
You know, it's a Share for Shay shirt. I fight with my life and it has my information on it.
All right, hold on. Let's look at that.
Oh yeah.
Let's let people look at that because hey, we want to get that information out there. I need a
Yes.
O negative kidney. Call 855-366-7889. Donate to Markeisha Woods. Oh, okay. That's where you get
Yes.
Shay.
And hashtag Share for Shay. I actually have my own logo as well. It's
Oh, let's
silly in a
look at that.
cartoon.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Look at you. That's awesome.
And you have to advocate for yourself, Mr. Steve. You have to, like they say in business, you have to invest in yourself.
Oh, and let me just say this. I know you said about, friends and sharing. Let me just say after the night, you definitely got friends here at Urban Health Outreach Media. I want to share all your posts as rest the other people and, do everything we can to push your information out there. Because you're right. We got to come together as a community. We know other people are in the same situation, but you
And
never
that's what
know.
makes me, I think that's what makes me different, Mr. Steve, because for me, it's like, once again, this is gonna sound bad, but everything comes back to it being a corporation. Even when we run it within ourselves, we have to run it like a corporation. It's enough kidneys for everybody. So we can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna help this person to share their post because I need a kidney.
Mm,
I used to make
wow.
a group where I would make people their own posts and they can share from there. So they would send me whatever pictures they wanted and I will put their information down. I've stopped it because, they got discouraged and stopped using it because it wasn't working how they wanted. They weren't getting, like, people aren't used to the rejection how I am. For me, I can barter. I have followers, you have followers. For a lot of people, it's not like that. So if their friends and families aren't doing it, they get immediately discouraged and they stop. So it didn't work out well that time, but I wouldn't mind starting again. I would spend my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays making people their own posts. I've gotten better with making posts now, so they're not as low grade.
Right,
I would
right.
I would do that for free, and they would be able to share it and get it out there. And it worked for a couple months, but they got discouraged, so it didn't work
No,
anymore.
no,
So
I
I
can
closed it
understand
down.
that. Let me
Yeah,
ask
so
you,
we have
how
to
did
share
you
with each
get in
other.
contact? How did you hook up with Uncle Jim
He just
Myers?
found me. He found me. I didn't even find him. Yeah,
Wow.
he shares my things everywhere. Now that is an advocate. I wish I could be Uncle. As soon as I get a kidney, I'm gonna be traveling around just like Uncle Jim, advocating.
Wow. Wow, he advocates for a lot of people selfishly.
Man,
I mean, he man, I
that
have
man
this
there.
guy. I mean, he's in his 60s, 70s. I'm not sure, and you would think he would be retired. He got a kidney, and you know,
I
go
was so
play
mad.
golf or
You know
something.
what be making me mad about Uncle Jim?
What's that?
He don't never tell you when he's sick till afterwards. You don't see the post till after he better. Let us support you how you support us, sir. Well, I'm gonna tell you that while you watching this. He
Yeah,
don't,
Uncle Jim.
he don't
Yeah.
tell nobody till I remember he had surgery for some couple months ago. I was like, where was I?
Yeah. We definitely gotta look after Uncle Jim, man. He's a pillar in the kidney community, and
Man,
um. So, how did you meet Trail?
it's crazy. Her man found me. Her husband, it's crazy how they got married too. I'm so glad I was there for that. So her husband found me and he was commenting on all my stuff. And I seen he had a girlfriend. So I was like, this is weird. People don't usually do that. And he ended up inboxing me and was telling me about her. And I really was like nervous to meet her because I never met a female around my age who was going through what I was going through and want to be my friend. So I was nervous about making a friend. And it was weird because, of course, all my friends' kidneys work. So for me, it's like, I want her to like me. I want to be cool. It was like a first day of school kind of thing, which is
Wow.
weird because I don't ever have those kind of feelings about people.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I'm not a phone person. I'm more of a text me person, or you can call me if we have something to talk about. But she has become one of my greatest friends. Like anything that I have to worry about, my other friends having hard feelings about because they don't understand my situation, she understands. Like when I don't want to talk, she understands. When I'm low, she understands. When I like, she can just tell, just like I can tell her, like, it's just like, today was a bad day. Let me just check on you. You know what I'm saying? To have a friend like that you really only met once, it's crazy. And we live in the same city, but I'm a little more cautious with the corona thing than she is because of my disease. You know, we have two different things. So
Okay. Right.
for me, I'm a little more cautious because it'll be just my luck that now I have corona. That's basically how my life goes. Like,
Right. Nah, I
yeah.
hear
So
you.
for my birthday, I had a pop-up birthday fundraiser that one of my other friends threw for me, and her whole family came out, and they stayed the whole time, and it was finally great to meet her. I could literally put the whole person with the person that I video chat with, you know? So like, and she's so cool, man. But she has the energy of, boy, if I say inspiration, she got 3 kids, she up every day, she cook every night. She even work now. She just got
Who
a
is this?
job.
Trail?
Yes.
Yeah, I asked her if she wanted to be on the show, and she said that she had to
She's at
work.
work. Yeah, she's at
Right.
work right now. She said
But
she gonna watch it for us.
what I found interesting about her earlier today when we posted the collage pictures, and I asked her if she wanted to be a part, she said only if you would do it. I believe it
Yeah.
was something like that. Or if you would, send your picture as well. But I just found that really inspiring, that the support from Trail, that, I would do it if, my friend would do it as well.
When I say she is the dopest person, like a lot of people missed out on her friendship. And I could say that, like, she is a loyal friend. And I did we try to look out for each other when it comes to this dialysis situation. We definitely do. And you're right, I did see her post that, and I was shocked. I woke up to it and I'm just like, I'm shocked. But it's just like, she's definitely very supportive. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
somebody's not able to give it to me, she definitely boosts me up. I try not to be one of those emotional people that's always talking about my feelings, but she's definitely a friend that I'm glad God put in my life. Like, I won't deny that she supported. She bought my shirts. You know what I'm saying? She really said
Oh,
she's
you
what
you sell shirts?
I saw it. The orders have to come in, because one time I bought a bunch of shirts for people, and people said they were going to get them, and they never came and got them. So now if people order shirts, I put in the order and then I send them out. But they
Yeah,
have to
you got
pay.
to give me that information so we can put it out there and help you. This is a network. If we don't know that stuff, I can't try to,
Well,
push it,
it's
as
just for my
much as I can.
aftercare.
Huh?
It's just for my aftercare. It's I don't really I really put more into getting me a kidney, as into more of the money than I used to, because I feel like if I get a kidney, I'll be able to get the money on my own. So now
Right.
I don't push my GoFundMe and stuff that much anymore. I do still have a GoFundMe. I also have a Cash App, which I feel like is easier because then I don't have to pay GoFundMe. And my Cash App actually goes straight to my Share for Shay, because that's the only thing I use it for. Um, so I really don't promote my shirts and stuff like that no more, unless I'm doing a fundraiser, because no one was really, like, when I had them on the website and I was doing the thing, no one was really buying them. It seems like they only buy them when I have my fundraisers. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that Trail, talking about her, she supports me doing that, and that's how I support other people as well. Like, I will buy their items, because I understand, and I know that's like stupid because it's the same money in the same cycle, but I feel like having something instead of nothing is better. So, like,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, so like I want to start off with something and then have something later, because I have a lot of things I want to do. Kidney wise, like, I want to be able to have an organization that helps people with revamping their arms and their skin, plastic surgery, once they're done with dialysis, once they don't need it anymore. I want to open up
Mm.
support groups for age appropriate support groups, you know, for people like me in the city to link up. We can go places together, have weekly eatings or monthly eatings, depending on the people, just so you can have people. It's a different type of support when it's inside from outside, because people can always imagine what you're going through and not know. But these
Mm-hmm.
people know. And being around people that know, it's not coming around having a pity party like regular people would think it is. It's coming around getting these things off your chest so that you can make it. And it's not a one-up story all the time. I noticed that about regular people. I call them regulars. About regular people, every time you have a story, they got a story that top your story. And
Right, right.
I know it's to try to bond, but it's never the exact same story. It's like, my phone wouldn't work. And you like, that's what you're comparing this to? Like, it'd be different if you was comparing it to something that was like
Right.
impairing you, but your phone not
Mm-hmm.
working. It'd be like real minuscule. But I understand them trying to connect, but it's just a different type of support. So whenever I get in the position, which is of course gonna be when I get a kid, I really want to start building that, because our community needs a lot more help and a lot more rapport um amongst the world, not just here, because they're opening up. Like, you remember back in the 90s, liquor stores was on every corner. That's how these clinics are opening up. And to be honest, what I noticed there is not just African Americans, it's people of color. It's very few Caucasian people in that situation that I see. And I've traveled to Florida and a few other places, and it's the same. It's always an Asian, a Black, Hispanic,
And there's
one
whites
white
on that.
person.
Right, right. Now I can definitely understand. Let me ask you this. Because more and more younger people are starting to come on dialysis. What words of encouragement could you say to someone that maybe is 18, 19, 20 years old, may found out that they have kidney disease and they have to start dialysis? What would you say to them?
I want to say, if you can find out early enough, like if you can, where you can change, because I've seen several stories where people have changed their diet and reversed the effects. Now, I'm not saying that it works for everything, but you can reverse hypertension and you can reverse diabetes. One of them. You can reverse one of them.
Type 2.
Yes, you can reverse type 2. But if you can get that under control, you have to, I know you're young, but you have to have self-control. It's already a stigma against you that you didn't take care of yourself and you're in this situation because you're young. And once you get a kidney, everything that you do, and if it fails, they're going to account it to you being young. So always make sure that you take that part of your life very seriously. Don't drink, too much, especially not brown sodas. Like the things that they take you off of, I would suggest that you limit your things now to a better grade of food than wait till you have to get on dialysis and all you can eat is junk, because they reverse everything because you can no longer process it. So instead of eating good for you wheat bread, you'll be eating bleached for you bad white bread. Like everything changes and you have to eat bad to stay alive, which is everything they taught you not to do. So just try your best to eat better. It's definitely within your diet to change this. Now, if you already are far off, I can tell you that it's going to be very difficult, and you have family, and it's going to be hard for them to understand. You have to be a pillar for yourself. That strength that you have for anything else growing up, bring that into this fight. Is very important, because without you and your sanity and your fight, you're not going to go anywhere. Obama himself, Trump himself, whoever's going to be president himself can come down, touch you, God himself, and tell you. And without you having that mustard seed of faith, you will lose. And that's what we can't have, because the fight needs you just as much as it needs anybody else. Because the reason we're in this situation is because of being uneducated, because of the areas we are in. School doesn't teach you about taxes. They just teach you how to spend money. That's basically the same thing with your kidneys. So whatever you learned money-wise and valuable within the real world, you need to bring into this fight. And it's going to be a really hard fight. But I'm 100% sure that if I can do it, you can do it.
Right.
I'm just a regular old baby from LA who moved to Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm pretty sure, that's important. And bother your friends. My friends, boy, they hate going out with me. You gonna keep drinking? What about your kid? And make sure you annoy them so they won't be in that position, because you only advocate so much, Mr. Steve. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bother people to the point where they don't want to hang with you, to the point where it bothers their soul that they're out here just misusing themselves and could very well be in the position you in. Make sure you say, all right, if you want to be on dialysis, don't come crying to me when you on dialysis. Say it just like how your parents said something about that toy and them grades. Oh, you must think dialysis is fun. We'll see. You got to plant that in people's head and let them know that I'm alive, but I'm existing. So unless you want to just be existing, you know what I mean? Keep on. I done got several friends that stopped hanging with me, but guess what now? They don't drink. And if they do drink, it's once every week and it's a beer, not bottles of Hennessy like they
Oh,
was doing.
they changed their behavior.
Yeah, even after they stopped talking to me, because now it's in their head that this could be me. And I think that's what everybody thought. Like, I never thought that at 16 this would be me. I didn't even know what a dialysis was. Never even met nobody. Now
Right.
that's all my life consists of. And that's just like if you never rode a bike and now you hang with bikers. That's what your life consists of. Those are the people you meet. So if you're not in this lifestyle, you're not really meeting people like that. And I'm not really bringing you around people like that because I'm not out. But when I was like, because I'm like a people person, but I'm not. So I'll go out for a couple months and then I won't, then I will. I have my times when I want to be around people. But in the
Sure.
midst of me being around people, I'm looking at them drinking and I'm ruining their fun. I don't care what you have to say about me, but you're not going to be on dialysis on my watch because I didn't say nothing, you know?
Right.
So that's
Right.
like, look, I'm going to put it in a simple way for the regulars. Would you let your friend go out dressed bad while you fresh? No. You're going to be like, go in there and change. We going to a classy place. And
Right.
that I try to bring those kind of scenarios within the real world, which I know people hate, but a lot of people I know have either slowed down on their drinking, really stopped it altogether unless they're out on occasion. You know what I mean? So I annoy people with it. I do. I know it's annoying, but I'm also saving the people I care about. Like if you
Sure.
a drunk driver, I'm not gonna let you drive drunk, right? I'm gonna be like, bruh, you need an Uber, even if I gotta pay for it. Let me drop you up. I'm gonna try to do my part. So
Sure.
that's just what I wish other people would do. I feel like the community, we need to help each other more. We all need a kidney. It doesn't hurt to share other people's kidney posts. I share a lot of people's kidney posts, but I talk to people a lot too. It has to be people that I know want to change. I don't want to get nobody out here giving up their kidney and you want to keep drinking and now you got a pill problem. You know what I mean? It was a waste of a
Right.
kidney. Should have waited. It's like rehab. You gotta be ready for this. You don't if them people call you, I feel like you shouldn't take that kidney if you feel like you're not ready. Because right now you at the top of the list. So they're gonna keep calling. Wait till you're ready. Don't just take it and ruin it and mess it up,
Hmm.
when somebody else somebody died waiting on that. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
So
Absolutely.
for me, we all need to come together for more advocacy, and that's what I really want. I know you've been trying to get me on here for a while, but I've been having a hard 2020 ain't been easy. I didn't had a lot of surgeries this year. So it hasn't like even I had one last week, Wednesday. That
Surgery.
that's fixed my tubes on the dialysis Wednesday. Um After 2 weeks ago because my veins, like I told you, they had to go balloon and put a new one in there, different brand to see if that one works. This one's working better. But it's just it's been a trial and I can't get on here looking not my best. Because
Sure.
you gotta put out your best. You gotta listen. Like I don't mind. I have several videos of me talking while I'm down and out, but I like people to get this perception, which is also bad for us because we all like to do this, which makes people think we're okay when we're not. So I'm not saying everybody needs to do that, but for me, I couldn't get on video presenting myself and my situation and my story and not look presentable enough where people are like, wow, she looks like she's dog tired.
Hmm.
It has to come to a point where when you present yourself, you put your best foot forward. Because I don't know who's watching this. Somebody might want to give me a kidney. Somebody,
Hmm.
somebody who knows somebody who want to give me a kidney. Hey, Mr. Johnson, thanks for sharing my post today. Um,
You on the list, right?
yes, I'm on the list at Emory. At Emory, they're the top ones here in Atlanta, and that I'm just waiting on my turn because, like I said, I'm O negative, rare, so You know, if I wasn't, I probably would have had a kidney by now. So, but it is what it is. Like, I had a friend who died a couple years ago, and her brother just died a couple weeks ago, and her mom tried to give me her kidney, and I mean his kidney, and he wasn't a match. But it's
Kid, they
people out
went through
there.
the shared pair program.
See, that's what I wanted. I'm so glad you brought that up because that's not beneficial for all of us. I don't think people know that. I don't think you knew that.
No, I don't. Why isn't? Why isn't
It's
it?
not beneficial for any of us, for all of us, because think about it. You only get into the shared program if you have donors that don't match. They don't come up to you and say, listen, you have a matching donor, but would you go into this share program? That's not how that works. Anybody who ever, if right now you get kidney disease, if an O negative person comes to you, it's no shared donor program. They're getting that kidney. That's an automatic match. Like in reality, if I didn't have a kidney disease and I died, I'm an automatic match for anyone, right? And I can only receive my own blood. So for me or an AB negative person, if a person already, like, let's say a B negative or a negative or A plus, any other person besides me right now comes upon a O negative kidney, they're not joining the share program. They're getting that kidney. It's not an offer for it. It's not an option for it.
Because of the rarity of it.
Yeah, because I match with anyone.
Right.
But I can only get my own blood. So if you match
You
with
can match. You
anyone,
can match with anyone else, but you can only receive an O negative organ.
yes. And if you're in my position, if you get an O negative donor, they're an automatic match for you. It's a guaranteed match. It's not an option. If you end up getting an O negative donor, you're in there. You're getting that kidney. As long as that person's not a drunk or whatever they have on their things, you're getting that. It's not an option. So for people like me, I have people on that list, but it's never going to come from that list because anybody who ever gets anything O negative, even an AB negative person can get O negative blood. You know what I'm saying? O negative is the only blood type that can only receive its own blood, which is why when I caught that cold, my mom's kidney stopped working because she's O positive, and it was a research situation. And as long as I had that medicine that made it look like my mom was O negative, I was fine. But once I caught that cold and my body caught on, it was like, oh, this isn't even the blood type. Oh, no, this has to go
Trying to fight off the antibodies and stuff for the cold.
Because they had given me the medicine and everything I was taking beforehand times 10. And nothing was working because she just wasn't my blood type. You know, it was good for fooling it for a while, but after that while of fooling, once your body catch on, it catch on. So for people in my situation who have rare blood types, that list is really crap. Like I have 2 people on the list for it to switch with, you know what I'm saying? But it's like anybody who gets an O negative donor will never be on that list. So I will never get it from that list. It sounds very beneficial. It really does. When they made it, I was super excited until I realized it benefited everyone but me.
Right.
But I'm still in, like, I still agree with it because it's gotten a lot of people kidneys. Like the kidney spike of people getting them have been up, you know, but getting kidneys has been up lately. But for a person in my situation with a rare blood type that can only take their own blood, I'm never going to see it off from that list. Because my blood type is a match for everyone. It's not one person in this world. Like they actually, you know, they don't pay people to give blood. They started, I want to say about 6 years ago. If you're O negative, they'll pay you to give blood because your blood just matches with everyone. It's not a lot, but you know, they pay for that now. It's not a donation anymore for my blood type. Like because so many people, that's why so many O negative people are not organ donors, and they're not like blood donors, because I've heard this from a lot of people with rare blood types. Like when you go online and stuff, they feel like they're gonna like kill them or drain them so that their organs could go to other people, because it's rare to have, you know? Like
Wow. Gotta do a show
10%
like that.
out of all of the world, 10% is negatives. That's not even enough to save anyone. You know, so it's like it doesn't match the people it matches. So those kidneys and those organs and that blood is very valuable, unfortunately. I mean,
Right.
fortunately and unfortunately. So it's
Right.
like, for me, that list is, I don't ever even think about the list because it's not a reality for me. But I definitely am happy it's a reality for a lot of people. I know a few people that got kidneys off that list. It's so funny because I meet these people and I be advocating for them and they get kidneys before me. My little soul be crushed. But I
Jonathan
be
said
so
he's
happy
O
for them.
negative.
Do he need a kidney?
No, he just got a transplant.
See, I didn't see that. See, he
got one maybe about 2 months ago, I think.
And how long was he on dialysis?
Maybe about a year, Jonathan.
See,
2 years, something
he
like
had a
that.
living donor?
No, I think deceased.
I noticed in smaller towns, like smaller places, they get them a lot quicker. Like my friend, he was on the list in Alabama, and they called him for a backup 4 times, and then Emory ended up calling him. Like smaller places, I think it's because they don't have as much as the big city has. We have a lot of air pollution. We have a lot of bad foods ready at hand. I think it's just different. But
right.
a lot of people I know that's O negative are not as lucky as Mr. Jonathan. He didn't luck up. Congratulations, because his new life, I know he living it. That's a whole new life. And the reason, like,
you know, he said it was donated from a friend who passed away.
See, and that's what my friend's mom was gonna do, because that's what she was trying to do for me, but he was in a blood match. And see, that's what my auntie, she just put in her will for me. She's O negative, and she's too old for them to say she can give me one.
Right.
So she put that in her will, that if she died.
Oh man. Oh
yeah,
wow.
so,
God bless
like
her.
I said,
wow.
She's the only other person in my family O negative, and then it's me. And she's my great aunt. So it's only me and her. And she just felt like she was like, I'll give you both of them now. And I'm like, woman, if you don't sit down, I'm telling them. I said, it's legal things to that. I said, you try to give me your kidney now and you die, and your daughter decides to sue them. It's nothing that you could have wrote, because the doctor shouldn't have did it. You know, so it's like, it's just amazing. And I'm so happy he got that. See, that's people who care about you. People willing to, if something happens, listen, this is where I wanted to go. Because a lot of people are scared of surgery, and I understand that. It's a very big surgery to have to give your own organ out of your body that you've had your whole life. So I'm never mad at people for not being living donors. Now, dying donors, I feel some kind of way about when you're not a donor, because you don't need that. And one body can literally save 21 people.
Oh,
I want y'all to know that one body can save 21 people. You can do so much good in your death as you did in your life. So
let me just because we went over the show, but let me just make a comment from my watch party. Donnell Carley, 3-time transplant recipient out of
Warrior,
out of Thomasville, Georgia. He says, also put your name on UAB Beham. I guess that's Brigham, Alabama. Try it. I guess it's a hospital in Alabama, UAB, University of I guess
Birmingham, right?
UAB B. He abbreviated Beham, Alabama. Try.
Birmingham.
Then he says, please make an appointment and talk to Dr. Sharon Graves or Dr. Tata at Emory at the
I'm with Dr. Tata right now at Emory.
At the transplant clinic on Clifton Road for more information.
That's who my doctor is right now. If you could send me whatever he sent you after the show, that'd be great for the Birmingham, because I'm already with Dr. Tata Emery. It's literally my blood type holding me up. She's literally known me since I was 16 years old.
Yeah, yeah. So Donnell, you on to something? Doctor. Send me that information, Donnell. He just put your name on UAB/Ham. Alabama. Try.
I think he means the list at Birmingham. And that I gotta use my auntie's information, which is what I'm trying to do now. I am trying to get on that list, because that's the list that I told you caught my friend 4 times, because it's small out there. Yeah. So when they get them, they're ready to get them out. But I'm already at Emory with Dr. Tata. She's my active transplant.
Oh, that's awesome, man. This is a small world. Yeah.
Man,
and Trail,
she's amazing.
Trail said she made it. We're gonna get both of y'all on another show, but she's on my watch party. She said she made it. There she go. You see it?
Yeah, that's one of my. She has really become one of my best friends, man. You gonna get us on the show and be laughing.
Hey, Trail, thanks for watching. Yeah, so yeah, I'm about to shut it down, but I'm definitely going to bring you back on. You and Trail, I'm talking about soon. I mean, we're going to do, from this point on, you family now, Shay. It ain't no hiding.
Follow me on hashtag Share for Shay is my actual page. Y'all follow me. That's where I post all my little updates.
What is it? Hashtag what?
Share, SHA.
Wait a minute. Let me write this down. Hold on. Okay. Hashtag
Share, SHARE. The letter FORSHAE. Like Share for Shay.
Okay, got SHAE.
Yeah. So y'all follow that.
Right
That's
there.
one of my updates will be of me looking for an organ.
Right.
And I'll be on here.
And then also, don't call Shay on Monday, Wednesday, Friday after treatment. That's her rest day.
Do not call. Most of the time, I'm not even gonna answer you, to be honest.
Right.
I'm gonna be upset that you did it. Please only call me TTS.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Shay, you want to give any shout out before we close it down?
Shout out to God, because I'm still here. Shout out to my mom, you know what I'm saying? Trail, bestie life, just getting it together. And shout out to making this community work. It takes us. We got to do it. So y'all just remember that, us. Y'all going to see me a lot because, my advocacy thing. So trying to stay on here.
Right, absolutely.
Oh, and shout out to you for bringing me here, because without you, I wouldn't be able to speak my mind.
Well, thank you for coming on. I definitely appreciate it. And I want to send you Dr. Carley's information. Because he mentioned somebody else. He said, or Angel Corridator.
I don't even know who that is, because they go by coordinators by your last name.
His mentor had a transplant at UAB on Sunday.
Okay, that's what he's talking about. All right. Not at Emory, at Birmingham. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sending that to me, and I'm seeing my address for the vein thing. So I could give you that feedback on that too.
And Donnell Carley, he said he's the oldest kidney recipient at Emory history.
He's flexing.
So look him up. let me pull him up on Facebook so you can see him.
Send me that information too, cause I want to know, baby.
Yeah, he cool, Dr. Carly Darnell. I went to visit him down in Thomasville, Georgia. Very nice guy. Opened up his home to me and everything. Unfortunately, his mom had passed away. You know, when I had went down there for for the show. We was going to do we did a health fair. But this is him right here.
Oh, he looking young, ain't he? Did him justice.
Yeah, he been through a lot. He is straight warrior. He can share some information with you. Like I said, 3 transplants. He does some hell of a cooking, I tell you, man.
One day we're gonna have to have a kidney grill off, because you know I do my thing on the grill. You know, I don't want to brag.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one of his posts. I mean, he be posting so much food. Now when I try to find it, I can't even
I gotta just basically get everybody on my page, really. I want everybody to know I share posts and I post funny things on my main page. Has nothing. I don't mean everything. Everything don't pertain to me. Just in case you get on my main page and be like, hey, let me look at this. I am a professional Facebook comedian.
Yeah, I saw some of those pictures. Oh, here goes some of his food.
Ooh, that's good
burning.
Too.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, it get you in trouble. His food will get you in trouble. I'm telling you. I mean, he be burning like down in Georgia.
Them is homemade biscuits too.
Yeah, yeah, he be cooking like that.
I'm greedy. Them homemade.
I mean, he be frying fish. I mean, man, when I was down there, he made some fish, deep fried it out in the yard. Man, and I can.
Oh, he a country boy. And the yard, he a country man.
Oh yeah.
I be calling him out here, like my friends be want to be outside and cook. I be like, oh, you country?
Yeah, but he definitely cooking that food. I'm telling you.
Oh, he really chefing it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Shay, I really appreciate you coming on. I'm definitely gonna bring you back on because I want to have you and Trail on, and just to talk about you know, chronic kidney disease and dealing with it at a young age.
She's been through so much. She's gonna be definitely a great addition to the dynamic. I like, wow. She inspires me, and that's hard for me to say because not a lot of people do that. But like kids with illnesses, inspire me. Like my little cousin, she got sickle cell. She inspires me. But older people, like when older people brag about dealing with stuff with such humbleness, I'd be like, you're older though. You have that temperament. So for me, it's mostly kids that motivate me. But her, she throw out the motivational balls, and I just be trying to catch them.
I hear you. All right.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I thank you for taking this time talking with me. It was awesome talking with you. We finally got a chance to chop it up, but I'll definitely be in touch. I'm going to send you Dr. Carly's information, and I need you to send me your address so I can mail you out that enhancement arm vein wellness device.
Yeah, I'm definitely, because I need that. Trust me, I'm tired of these every couple months they gotta fix something, do something. Tired of it. So guys, you know, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You know.
All right, Shay, thank you for coming on. And don't forget, send me your address, all right, and I will send you that information.
Okay.
All right, take care.
You have a great one.
All right, you too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Guys, this has been a great show. And let me tell you, we're happy because Shay, now she didn't mention, we didn't get into it, but she had 4 accesses in one arm. 4. Right? In that left arm. Now, her other arm, she's about to get a fistula. They told her she had small veins. And you remember Dr. Singh, who was on our show, surgeon, he said blacks have small veins naturally. So guess what? We're more than happy to send out to Shay Dr. Singh's arm vein wellness device to help her build up her veins. That's what we do here at Urban Health Outreach Media. She's not paying for this. We're sending this out to her so she can build up her veins and have a fully functional fistula. Again, see Dr. Singh if you need arm vein wellness, your veins need to be enhanced. Check this out with Dr. Singh. We're happy to send Shay one to help build up her veins on her other arm. So guys, again, tonight is election night, okay? We know there are many warriors out there. You got many that are Democrat, you got many that are Republican. Whatever you are, okay, regardless of the result that happens tonight, tomorrow morning when you wake up, you still have kidney disease. Regardless who the president is or the president-elect, whether it's Trump or Biden, you still will have kidney disease and be dealing with this, regardless who is in the White House. And with that being said, we cannot let this election divide this community. Whether you're Trump or Biden, you can't let this politics divide this kidney community. So let's see everyone come back together tomorrow for a live episode of Mental Health in Me with myself and Sade Cutler right here on Urban Health Outreach Media. Let's pray for peace. Let's stay safe. And God bless America and this country. Not only this country, but the world. Stay safe, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, we all have something in common. That is kidney disease. God bless you. Take care.